Hi everybody and welcome back to our video series on managing worries. Last week we discussed the different types of worries and the importance of writing them down in a worry diary. So this week we're going to look at an example of one. We're also going to learn how to refocus once we've written a worry down and practice a CBT technique called worry time. First up, let's have a look at an example. This is an example of my worry diary. You can see the 4 columns, the date and the time, the situation, the worry, and which type of worry it is, a practical or hypothetical one. So, my worry happened on Monday morning. I was at home about to leave for work, and the worry was, what if there's traffic and I'm late for work? And I identified this as a hypothetical worry or let go worry. Here you can see another worry that I had, and this was on Tuesday evening and night, where I was at home making dinner and later in bed, and my worry was I've got too much work to do, and this I identified as a practical worry. Now our worries are written down, let's learn how to refocus. This is the most important thing because it means we can get on with the other more useful things without worrying. The trick is, by practicing and getting into the habit of refocusing on the present moment, it will eventually happen without us noticing. This is the really cool thing about worry management. We're trying to train our brain into dealing with our worries rather than challenging them. The first technique we're going to look at is the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. This asks you to use your senses to notice your surroundings by focusing on 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste, or to take 1 deep breath. Try to stop and notice the different details when using your senses. This is probably one of the most effective techniques to refocus, and it's known for its simplicity. Some other refocusing techniques are breathing, for instance, inhaling for 5 seconds, holding your breath for a few seconds, and then taking a deep, long exhale for as long as you can. This might sound simple, but it's amazing how calming it is. Another technique to refocus is progressive muscle relaxation, which is tensing and relaxing different muscles in your body. This is really good at grounding yourself and coming back to the present moment. There are different versions of it, including very quick ones that you can do anywhere. Try and look it up on the internet. Doing a body scan also helps us to refocus. This asks you to draw your attention to different parts of your body. There are loads of guided body scans on YouTube, so have a look and give it a go. And remember, what's important is to find what works for you and helps you refocus. You might need to try a few different techniques before you find ones that help you best. So now on to worry time. So what is it? Basically, worry time is a space for us to learn how to let go of hypothetical worries, those that we can't do anything about. It asks you to find a time of the day when you can worry as much as you want. This might sound a bit odd, but actually knowing you can worry about something later is really useful when trying to refocus. For this to be effective, you need to plan your worry time. Firstly, allow yourself 20 to 30 minutes at least each day. Maybe set a reminder on your phone and try to do it at the same time so it becomes a habit. Secondly, make sure it's not too close to bedtime. This is because we should try and limit stimulation and activities around bedtime. Thirdly, avoid distractions. Make sure you have a quiet space, no phones, no other activities or distractions. So once you've planned it, how do we use worry time? Firstly, go through your list of hypothetical worries and choose one that you'd like to start with. Next, you can reflect on it and worry as much as you want. Are you still worried about it? Did the thing you were worrying about actually happen? And if so, how did you deal with it? Are there any worries that you are no longer worried about? Think about what it feels like to worry as much as you like for a period of time. Did you need as much time as you had planned? Finally, bin it. Throw away your list after worry time and start afresh the next day. This can feel really satisfying. So let's do a quick recap. If you find yourself worrying, write your worry down in the worry diary. I wrote down my worry of what if there's traffic and I'm late for work, and identified it as a hypothetical worry. Next, I used my favourite refocusing technique, breathing, to help me get back to the present moment. Then I returned to the worry later, during worry time, where I could reflect on it and realise that although there was some traffic that day and I was a bit late for work, everyone understood and it wasn't a big deal. Join us next time for the final episode of Worry Management, where we'll be looking into practical worries and learning how to problem solve them. Then you'll be good to go and try out worry management for yourself. Thanks for watching and see you next week.